Lecce, siamo in diretta dall'iniziativa TED per Lecce, iniziativa che in questi 3 giorni porterà nella nostra città testimonial di storie di coraggio, di impegno civile e di lotta per i diritti umani. È un onore per noi di Unisalento Webtv avere con noi oggi Kerry Kennedy. Welcome, thank you to be here.
It's great to be here, thank you.
Kerry Kennedy, a great name here in Lecce to talk about stories of men and women that fight for civil rights. Women in particular, which is the present situation, in your opinion, of women in the world today?
Well, I think the most important human rights issue we face as a world today is violence against women and bigotry against women, because it impacts every person on earth. Half the earth is full of women, and the other half depend on us. There are fathers, our brothers, our sons, our friends, and family. And, 1 out of every 3 women is sexually assaulted during her lifetime on earth. In my country, the United States, 1 out of every 5 women is sexually assaulted by the time she reaches 21. The domestic violence is an enormous issue, both in Italy and around the world. And still, there's a tremendous wage gap. So in the United States, for instance, for every dollar made by men, only 73 cents is made by women. So we need to address these issues, and that has an enormous impact on human rights.
Your name is linked to the fight for human rights. You are an activist, you travel up and down in the world. You founded the Robert Kennedy Center for Human Rights in loving memory of your father. What's your mission?
Well, our mission is to carry forward Robert Kennedy's unfinished work on social justice issues. We do that through on-the-ground work. For instance, right now we're working in Uganda, where there is a bill pending in Parliament which will make homosexuality punishable by the death penalty. We're working on an ethnic cleansing campaign in the Dominican Republic, where the government is disenfranchising 240,000 Dominicans of Haitian descent. And we're working on indigenous rights in Mexico, specifically, again, having to do with violence by the military against women there, and on the extractive industries.
Yes. Your family name is linked to years of great hopes for the world, fight for civil rights, which is the most important moral legacy from your father and your uncle.
Well, I think the combination is very important. I think what my father really believed is that one person can make a difference. And that's important for us all to have a role. We each have a role to play in society in creating change. It's not everyone is going to change history like the women in this exhibit. But each of us can change something in our family, in our classroom, among our
courtyard.
So, for instance, if someone's going to tell you a dumb blonde joke, you can say, actually, I don't want to hear that. That's not funny to me. But let's talk about something else. My uncle said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So I think that's a question of what are you willing to sacrifice in order to make our world more just and peaceful. So that combination is very important. First, the call for sacrifice for the greater good, and second, the belief that each of us can make a difference.
Lecce is a young town, a university city. So what's your message to young people as a mother, as an activist, and as a Kennedy member?
Come and join us. Come down and see this extraordinary exhibit of these remarkable women who have created change in the world from all walks of life. As an artist, as a young girl, as a political leader, and sign up for the Speak Truth to Power Human Rights Education Program. Ask your teachers to put it in your schools, and do the dishes, help your mom, help your father, make your family a little bit nicer.
Thank you so much. We hope to see you in Lecce very soon.
Grazie.